And good morning, Stewart. How are you today?
Very well indeed. Thanks, Antonio. Great to be here again. The weeks roll on by, and I can't believe we're middle of May, moving towards the end of May already. It's just,
So true. Yeah.
wow, so busy.
So today is LinkedIn Updates Series 5 with Stewart Huckett. And LinkedIn, as we know, is not only the greatest B2B platform, but we can utilize it for B2C also. It's our personal brand and it's essentially our digital resume. So, Stuart, I'm giving the floor to you. Let's delve into our first topic of our LinkedIn Update series.
Absolutely. Well, there's been so many new features that have been added this year. Between 20 and 25, it's difficult to know fully because they roll them out differently and different paces in different countries around the world. So some of the LinkedIn gurus, as I'd like to call them, that are spread, whether they're in New Zealand, America, Canada, wherever, they're commenting on things. They're saying, have you got this? No. I think, oh, I've got that one. They haven't got it. And one of the ones that's taken the longest, but I guess because it takes the most working memory out of the mainframe, is what we used to call the cover story videos. So the picture, when you look onto your banner, you've got your picture, and then you can click on there and you can play a little 30 seconds or 29 seconds to be accurate of what you are, what you're offering. They've changed it now, and they're calling it the profile video as opposed to a cover story. The difficulty is with the rollout. It's slightly better and it has more features on it, so you can directly message, so you can just click on it, it drops down a menu and you can do various things. It's much better, without a doubt, and it's worth re-recording something different to it in order to get to it. You know, if you've got it, first of all, you have a little purple ring going around it.
Yeah.
But you only see that once. It's a bit dark. Flashes up, I'm purple, you've got it, you're lucky. Then it goes grey. Now this came out in February. So if you now do your new one and you put it up there, if, like, for example, we both have it, so we're okay. But if you didn't have it yet, Antonio, when you go onto my picture, you click, there's nothing. There's not even my old cover video. That's not there anymore. So a lot of people have said, let's not do it yet because you're missing this little sales pitch that you put on there. Already, I think it's possibly nearly there now. I think there's only a few more people for it to roll out to, but it was a missed opportunity. So we all decided, no, we won't do it. We'll wait a few months, then we'll do it. But I think we're almost there now. So I don't know if anyone's listening to this, if they've had a look at the purple bit or the grey bit, or they've re-recorded it and then they found odd when they're going on people's profiles, they don't get the video coming up anymore. So I think that's a brilliant new feature that they put on. But there's just so many things, and the platform can't roll it out to 830 million people straight away by flicking a switch. It just can't be done. But I think it's a brilliant way because it's okay. You've got your nice picture up there, and in the circle you want about 50 to 60% of your face. You need to be looking at the camera. You need to be smiling because it's just engaging, and so it connects the human with the words. We've talked before. You have a nice banner. You have a call to action. How do I get in touch with you? It's a nice, impactful banner, like your new banner. So when you scroll through, it stands out. And you think, oh, I'll stop. You pause. You look at the picture. If somebody is, right back here and, I don't know, on a golf course where I'd like to be, or something like that, then it doesn't look that professional. But if you've got, the big friendly face shot, you can then press on it and you can get understand a bit of background, hear the voice, put the face, the voice to the face and all that stuff. You also have your voice pronunciation bit, which are just supposed to go Stewart, Huckett. That's a bit boring. So you've got 10 seconds to say, thanks for coming to my profile. I'm here to help you get a better return from LinkedIn. Oh,
Because what I realized too, Stuart, is that some people may not be able to pronounce your name because everybody from different territories and everybody English is different and their language. So it's a great feature where someone get the proper pronunciation. So when it is
oh,
that they have to send a voice note, which we'll discuss later in this um, video live, that
yes,
they will be able to pronounce the name appropriately because some people they don't like the fact that hey, I'm pronouncing your name Stuart
yes,
Hackett. It's
yes,
Huckett. So
yes.
pronunciation of names is most important and people respect that and admire when it is people get their pronunciation name correctly. So I
That
think
is
that is
that is
a
that
big
is
plus.
very true. There are
Yeah.
some names. I've got some amazing Nigerian connections in particular, and I look at the first name and like you want to leave them a voice message,
Mm-hmm.
and it's oh uh, uh, I've actually no idea. See, so that is when it is useful. If it's
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Paul Smith, which is a popular English name. That's a lot of people can probably work that one out. Or Paul Day, really short.
Yeah.
But some of these names are fantastic. And, wow, you've got no chance. And it's just lovely. They laugh back at me, some of them, because I'll listen to it and then I'll try and replicate what they've just told me is then the pronunciation of their name in my voice message. And when they come back, they normally laugh. But you're trying. It's like talking another language, isn't it? When you go around the world, you don't just go, hello, could I have
Mm-hmm.
2 drinks, please? You try and speak, dos cerveza or whatever it might be. You try and speak in the language, even if it's a bit stilted. You try, and it's building a relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what LinkedIn's about: building relationships.
And especially for me in sales, to me that remembering people's names and the pronunciation of their names is most important because, for example, if I'm sending an email to a prospect, I have to get the name appropriately and also the title because it have some people they might be Miss today and next 2 years they may be Mrs. So you have to always have those things done back where you don't make the other person feel like well, I'm not sure if you connected with the right person,
Yeah,
because you calling me Miss and I'm Miss is Lala, Miss is Mirage, just saying for example. So these things is something that is really beneficial for us to build that connection, that trust with our prospects, and they in the future trying to make them become a customer. So it's most critical in especially in our linking um, connection, communication going forward.
yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it is important. I will say, hello, lovely to see you, sir, or madam, and that's because you can't remember their name. It's a bit
Mm-hmm.
false, but it's a bit of a shame. It's much better if you can go, oh, good morning, Mr. Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
That's much better. You think, oh, they've taken time to understand, how to pronounce my name correctly.
Correct. Yeah.
So it is important. Although I was a bit flippant there, saying make a little 10-second sales pitch. You know,
And it's underrated because I am not the type of person who will, if someone say Anthony, which my name is Antonio, I
yes,
would be vexed for that. But I see that happening a lot where in even emails or even conversation over the phone, you send an email and you have at the bottom, kind regards, Antonio Prescott. But they sending you an email, a reply, and put in Anthony, which when you really think about it, let's say now if you was the one to purchase from me, I am the prospect and you are the salesperson, I will watch that and I'll be like, this person may not be that serious in understanding our business and most importantly understanding me. So we have to always take that underrated and make it something most crucial because if it is we getting those simple things wrong, well, what could happen in the future or even going down that process, that sales process to close. So
absolutely. It's a basic
yeah,
detail,
it's a
isn't it? Getting
basic.
the person's
Mhm.
name right, and you can lose the deal straight away, can't you?
Correct,
Um,
definitely.
so it is very important, and it's also because a lot of people will do generic emails or generic messages, and sometimes people forget to change the name at the front, so I might get a message, Dear David. Okay, so that's gone to everyone then. It's not very personalized, is it?
And the importance of sending voice notes, what would you say is most critical in sending voice notes?
Oh, definitely. Because I think you start off, you think connect. I'll connect with that person. Great. And you just get something coming through to you. You get them every day. That would like to connect with you. All right. Who are they? I generally then click on their profile and see who they are. It's nicer if they send a note. So I think, okay, they've taken a little bit of time to find something out about me. One, say, Dear Stewart. Then they might say something about what I do. I'm really interested to learn more about LinkedIn. I'd love to be connected with you. Great. Okay. Connect. And then once they're connected, and I do this the day after, because it's all about your exposure on the network. So if somebody connects with me, I won't send them a voice message until the next day or even the day after. But then I do, and I acknowledge them. Thank you for, it's nice to be connected. Whether I've asked to be connected with them or they've come to me, whichever. And then, just send them a nice little voice note so they get to understand how I speak, how I sound. And it builds that rapport up. It's a really good thing to do.
And what I would say, Stuart, everybody have their way of going about communicating with people when they connect. But I say in the heat of the moment where someone connect with you, view your profile, I think that, I does it like this. I send a voice note saying, hi, good day, Stuart, Huckett. Thanks for the connection. Hope you have a great day. Because with the heat of the moment, seeing that they view your profile, they're not sure if they want your services, they're not sure if it is they want to give you an opportunity. So like in that moment of time, I just think from my perspective, that is a great time to have that communication going forward with them, because tomorrow or the day after, based on the number of connections that they may receive, they may forget that they sent you a connection request, because remember, our mind tends to travel so much. And I would even go as further as to the 5-second rule. Is like when it is you get an idea, you write it down as soon as. So when it is someone connect with you, it's like you want to communicate to them as soon as, in the heat of the moment, where that communication could be so awesome that from there it could be like a friendship going forward.
Yeah, that's absolutely very valid, different way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Some people will log on to LinkedIn morning, midday, and the evening, just for 10 minutes. That's all you need to do, really. But you just check your connections. That's fine. There's different ways of doing it, and it sends different messages. The important thing is to do a message to say hello, great to be connected.
Most important.
And it's like, if they then come back, then you take it a little bit further. Not spammy, pitchy or anything like that, but just give them more information. Just say a little bit more. That you've looked at their profile, and you've noticed it in the about section. But people have different phrases that they drop in there, and it's all about see how serious you are, or are you just going connect, or are you targeting your connections, which you should be doing.
And you know what I love too about voice notes is that someone can hear your voice. So yes, they've seen your profile picture, but hearing your voice is something most provocative, because I would say that once it is that your voice could connect to someone, so if it is that you have a great voice, that connection is basically like an energy passing from one to the next, because they say energy is transferable, which it really is. So, that is an awesome way to connect.
Yeah, I'd agree. Totally agree with you. Totally. And it's when you do it, it's the tone of your voice as well. You're in sales, I'm marketing sales, same sort of thing. So we're positive, happy, enthusiastic people. And it can be quite awkward for some people just to either see themselves on the screen or hear their voice. I'm not sure. I've got a client that does voice. not recognition, voice. It's like a voice transference thing because he doesn't like to hear his own voice. So he goes through an app and it comes out as something else. That's fine. That's what you want to do. That's fine. I mean, I think it's more authentic if you stutter and and I'll just do that and you do things like that. It's just normal. You know, you're trying to build a rapport, but be happy when you do it. Try and smile, leave a message, and it comes across.
Because they said the 38%, 55% rule is 7% of verbiage is tone of voice, right? 38% is the spoken word, and the 55% is your body mannerism. So if 7% is your tone of voice, do that someone may not see you but hear your voice through a voice note, I think that it could grab the person's attention once it is your pronunciation is appropriately and your voice have a unique way of it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You know, you think of all networking groups that you used to go to, or when you go for a sales meeting, it's all about the person, it's body language, it's voice, it's tone, all those things. But you lose that in the digital world, so you have to try harder to get it across. You know, if you think of an actor, you know, I won't name them, but you can think of actors when you hear them in real life, they're totally different to what you see on the stage. You know, some of them are quite shy, but put them in front of the camera, off they go, they're fine. So it's quite interesting. It's fascinating. The body language in itself, there's a brilliant author called Alan Pease, and it's a very short book, and that's well worth reading. That tells you an awful lot about people.
Good morning, Micaiah. So I got Micaiah pronunciation appropriately because I communicate with Micaiah from before, but if it's first time that I'm seeing Micaiah Jeffers' name, I may not get his first name, you know, suitably. So pronunciation is most important.
Absolutely, and there's a perfect one there. I'm glad you know Micaiah, and you went in first. So I'm thinking.
You're not too sure,
apologies. But that's just what we were talking about.
So true, so true. And some new features being able to add to your web link, two parts of your profile, which is
absolutely
totally awesome new feature that LinkedIn has rolled out.
It was only on mobile, but I don't know if I haven't checked to see if it's now available to do on desktop as well. But it was just in the about section, and now it's just under your contact details. So you've got your banner, your headline, and then contact details, and there's a bit underneath there now.
I think the best link you could add is your website, unless you have an ebook or you wrote your book. Well, if the book is for sale, you could promote it there. But your website to me have everything when you think about it. So I'm not too sure. You could maybe clarify me on that. What do you think is one of is the best links to add on LinkedIn?
But it depends what you do, doesn't it? Really, because I'm principally a LinkedIn trainer. So what I'm interested is keeping people on the platform and to look at my profile and compare it to theirs. I don't have all the features because I haven't got all the features, but all of those that I can have, I have put on there. And also, if they go and delve a little bit deeper, they'll see some of our videos. They'll see posts that I've put out, which are all full of tips, tricks, and updates of LinkedIn and how to maximize your chance of getting more business or getting a new job, whatever it might be. So I want them to actually read that. So I don't want to divert them to a website. My website has changed. It needs updating, but I'm sort of thinking, why not do something different by not having a website? You don't have to have a website, but it depends what you do. You know, if you're selling power boats or nuts and bolts or anything like that, you need to draw them away to give them more information. But I'm principally LinkedIn, so I'm slightly different. I could replicate it on a website, but what's the point? I want to show people how they can get more out of it, and in order to do that, they need to be on it.
But I do understand exactly what you're saying, but Most of the times when it is that you have a business providing a product or service, most people tend to go to a website. So a strategy could be that adding a website could be good in the sense that you have a well detailed trending website that's so captivating that when they go on your website, they naturally want to do business with you because your
Yeah.
website is trust and credibility that your audience is building with you. So I think that if we focus on building awesome 2022 trending websites, that it might be a great leverage for us to build that trust and credibility with our audience first sight as they go onto your website.
Yeah,
So it's
that is very true.
yeah.
That is very true. I've spent a lot of time on websites, and I like to help people create their website in a way that does exactly what you've said. A
Hmm.
lot of websites are advancing, and hopefully people have updated theirs in the last year or so, because they were fairly clunky, fairly similar, just little boxes moving. You've got to hook people straight away,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
the yeah.
and they have to move quickly, and there's ways to make them faster, there's ways to make them more attractive, and it's to say why you, because if they're looking at your product or service, they're probably looking at two or three others. So
Hmm.
if you know your competitors, you have a look at their sites, you think, well, objectively, just based on that, which one do you think is more trustworthy and you want to do business with? So they are very important. Everyone is different. I quite agree. And websites are vital. And I do like writing copy and things like that, and designing features for people's sites, because that's a bit of fun as well. But
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
principally talking about LinkedIn now. Things evolve, and
Hmm.
life evolves, and you just think, right, okay, let's help people get a better leverage on LinkedIn. 830 million profiles on here. My goodness. If
I'm
you
growing.
can't get a customer, and
I'm
growing
growing
fast.
daily.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. And if you can't get business coming in on a regular basis off this platform,
Something is wrong. You're doing
yeah,
something wrong. Yeah.
yeah, wow, it's incredible. But there you go. It's there for everybody, and it's up to them if they want to get in touch with all the leaders of
But
the
you know what? I would even go further to say, Stuart. I find people posting so much foolish things on LinkedIn right now that is unbelievable because you have your expertise or you in a particular career, but you posting things that not even aligning to what you're doing. And yes, you might be getting a lot of engagements, but are you really serving your community? Are you really building a community?
yeah.
I really don't understand the trend that I'm seeing right now on LinkedIn, and I tend to bypass that because it might be a motivational video, a lesson or something. But remember, LinkedIn is a platform for you to learn and grow and professionally develop yourself. So those things you could go on YouTube and you could type in motivational videos and you could see. So you want content being posted out there that you could digest and be able to be better at your expertise or learn about the next expertise that you could be diverse, so you could be like a content creator slash sales slash LinkedIn because we don't put a full stop by our name or our expertise. We put commas because at the end of the day, we could grow and do many different things. It's all about our mindset. So I think that, we could be diverse professionals on this platform. We can really be diverse professionals. It's all in the mind.
At least they have put on some good features now where we can. It used to be very difficult to manipulate what came into your feed, but now it's relatively easy.
Mm-hmm.
So by getting the bell feature clicked, if you have people like a lot of the people in my industry that we all sort of talk and connect and compare notes with,
Mm-hmm.
um, I have them on permanent grey so that every one of their posts and their communications, so even when they communicate on somebody else's post and they're saying, oh, yes, but you could do X, Y, Z, that comes into my feed. So I'm learning more and more about LinkedIn all the time. So that's good. And other industries that I'm interested in, I have them coming into my feed as well. And I try
Mm-hmm.
and, but if you minimize and don't interact with, if, for example, I don't personally see a place for motivational content on here because I'm just trying to show people how to use LinkedIn.
Mhm.
I don't comment on them. Occasionally I will because they're people I've known for a long while. And if I can tie it back into LinkedIn in some way, which you can, then I think, well, okay, because people will look at that and go, oh, that's quite good. Oh, that's clever, what he said there. All right, okay. Then they click on your profile and then they engage with you. But generally speaking, I'm just interested in informative things on here. I want to learn.
Yeah, definitely. You want to change that news feed into informative stuff. And our bonus feature weight is that as a company page, you can engage in persons' content. So tell us
Yeah.
about that because I heard it, but I didn't delve into it too much. So you have
Okay,
to give us some information on that.
that's clever. I've got a couple of companies on my profile, which are mine and other people's that I help and do stuff for their company page for them. And so I can go on and talk. Because normally, if you go on, Antonio, and you go on, every time you comment, it's Antonio, 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 Antonio. But if you want to put on marketing, for example, or for me, LinkedIn with the Edge or Maxwell's self-marketing consultancy, they're bringing in a feature now where when you go to comment, there's a drop-down box. So you can comment as yourself or as one of your companies. That's being rolled out.
Question. You can only do that on desktop or mobile or both?
Desktop. I'm pretty certain that's desktop. I haven't got it. But there are ways. There's a code, which I'll drop it into the comments afterwards. Another way of doing it.
This could bring opportunities for like VA, virtual assistants, who could manage company pages. So this is like an extra opportunity that could be presented. VAs presenting this to companies that they could manage their pages. So they're not just managing Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they're managing LinkedIn also. So this is awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is good. And company pages are becoming... 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
That's reception. Must be someone downstairs. Anyway, sorry. So it is good because company pages are becoming more important. And I'm doing quite a bit on it at the moment, trying to get the companies that I work with over 150 because there's various advantages. A bit like getting 500 on your personal profile in the early days in LinkedIn. But it's really good that there's another way that you can make, you can comment as your company. It's a little involved, but basically, if you go on the post that you're interested in commenting in and you get the link, so click the 3 dots, get the link, paste that into a document. You then put this little code in, then you go to the company page that you want to comment on. And if you go on your company page, you'll have a unique number. I think it's about 10 numbers. Take that, put that at the end of this code, take it, put it into a separate browser, open it up again, boom, and now you're commenting as LinkedIn with the Edge. And I do it on some of my posts sometimes, both ways, the company posts and my posts, and I comment back. And I
say... So you have the feature presently? You have that?
No, I don't have the feature, but I know how to make it work by using this code. There's a code you can put in.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little link. It's very clever.
You have to give me that code.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the comments for everyone so they can read it as well. It's a clever way of doing it, but it's a shortcut because eventually you will just be able to click on the comment and it will bring a drop-down menu. And it's in some countries, but I don't have it yet.
That really is an awesome feature. Definitely. That's some really game changers that they bring in, rolling out on LinkedIn, and we reach the second half of the year as yet. So I could imagine later down in the year what other things that they will have to roll out. So,
yes, no, absolutely. And the other good thing is some people don't have company pages, even if they're a small company, they're just themselves. You can still create a company page and you can, like you have your lovely logo up here, and you can have that all appear in your job section. Yeah. When you see them when they're blank, it's because they haven't set up a company page.
Yeah,
and definitely. You're missing an opportunity because it looks boring on your profile. Have a nice logo. Dead easy to do.
So, in closing, what would you like to leave with the audience? Because LinkedIn updates, as you all know, is by monthly, right? So
Yes,
the
absolutely.
next LinkedIn live will be I'm
Beginning
gonna
of
check
June.
the date. That will
Wow.
be June.
Yeah.
So that will be June the 1st.
June the
Yeah,
1st. Oh, there we go. Yay. Fantastic.
yeah. So that will be awesome. So what
Yeah,
would
no,
you like
I
to?
think,
Mhm.
yeah, the thing that I would leave to everybody is a lot of people don't have the time to update their profiles and add in all the new features. I understand that. But if you look at my profile, for example, or some of the other LinkedIn trainers, they will have all the features on there. So you just have one screen with yours on it and one screen with another on and think, hang on, what's that? Oh, I don't know how they do that. And just ping us a message and I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's fine. It's important to constantly update your profile.
Hmm.
Your banner, minimum every quarter, but always just change things around, add, embellish. There's so many new features, you're going to be doing it anyway. But
Hmm.
just look at it and think, are you getting the right level of inquiries? Are you getting the right type of inquiries? Are you getting enough? Right. Well, you need to tweak your profile. And that's the fun part about it. It's a moving thing. And it's constantly evolving and constantly getting better. And when only 3% of the 830 million people actually put any content on, whether it's good or bad, actually put any
Yeah.
on, you've got a
That's
massive
so true.
opportunity. So
Hmm.
get out there and enjoy it. Have fun.
For sure. And I said by monthly, I mean by weekly, every two
Oh,
weeks. So,
yeah. Yeah.
so the next LinkedIn Live will be June the 1st. Look out for that. We will promote it as an event. This LinkedIn Live, we did not promote it as an event, but whoever catching on the replay, a lot of gems have dropped for LinkedIn updates. So I love the fact that we are doing this and informing our audience as to what it is that LinkedIn has updated us thus far in terms of the LinkedIn profile, and also in the future we will be rolling out a lot of new updates that once we hear, and it may not roll out as yet, you will be first to hear about it. So
Absolutely.
thank you very much for who watching and who watching on the replay. Do have a great day. Thank you,
Absolutely. Take
Stuart.
care, everyone. Bye, Antonio. Thanks for setting it up again. You're a superstar. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Thank
Take
you.
care, my friend. Bye bye.